Woo! What's going on? Today I am going to talk to you guys about the social media cleanse and how you can decrease your anxiety and depression. Let go. Dede, dodo, dede. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. Did I mention my name was Jeremiah Vegan? I'm your host that does the most. As you can see, this is the place where you need to be. I'm a personal brand consultant and influence and marketing strategist that specializes in helping brands develop their online following as well as converting more sales for their small business. Okay. I help people manage their followings, and now I'm creating my own following this year. Let's go. Today is very important, okay? We're going to talk about social media cleanse and 5 tips that help decrease your depression and anxiety, okay? Now, if you're not familiar with a social media cleanse, a social media cleanse is basically when you're just simply taking a break from social media. Now, if you guys been following me, you know that I'm really big on social media and using influencers to get to where you need to be. Whether you want to be an influencer or you are using a influencer to promote a product or service, right? It's very essential. It's very much trending and it's very beneficial for your business. Okay. With that being said, social media, although it can be very beneficial and very helpful and very resourceful for a lot of people, it also can be very stressful. It can increase depression. It can make you really, really mad at the world, and often it could lead into suicidal thoughts, and even further, where people actually committed suicide um, because of social media. Now, I don't want to get too depressy, if that's a word, but it's very much important, and I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that if you're going through this, because I know personally I have given myself a date where I'm going to take a social media cleanse myself, where I'm taking a break from social media in general for a while. Okay, so let's get into it. According to psychiatryonline.org, a study published online in Computers and Human Behavior on December 10th, 2016 found that the use of multiple social media platforms is more strongly associated with depression and anxiety among young adults that than time spent online. These findings come from a national survey of 1,787 young adults that asked about their use of 11 popular social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, Tumblr, Pinterest, Vine, which is pretty much non-existent now, and LinkedIn. The analysts showed that people who reported using the most platforms, 7 to 11, have more than 3 times the risk of depression and anxiety. For me personally, I noticed that I have a tremendous amount of depression when it comes to Facebook. If you browsing through that news feed and there's something popular, excuse me, when there's something that is trending online, that is causing an uproar in the community. A lot of times it could be with um, um, police brutality. It could be dealing with war. Some of the things that Trump says. A lot of that stuff can be depressing because you're seeing all of that negativity in your news feed. And the way Facebook is set up, if something is trending, they're going to pop it up in your news feed. It's going to get more visibility because it's considered news, and they want to give engaging content in what they think. They want to give what they think is engaging to their audience when it comes to news and stuff like that. So that can be very depressing. So one thing that I recommend you to do if this is something that you're dealing with is to give yourself a break from social media. If you're someone that is an entrepreneur and you get a lot of your traffic and a lot of your clients or customers through social media, which if you're watching this, you probably, it's like 95% of you guys who are having this issue, um, who are using social media, I should say, for your businesses and entrepreneurial journeys, then you need to get a day to yourself, okay? Just like how you would take a day from work, like if they give you days off or something like that, you need to give yourself a day off if this is something that you're dealing with, okay? When you're stressed constantly, you're overwhelmed. And I want to cover this article that I came across for you guys just so you can have an idea where I'm coming from, okay? So let's cover it real quick. Okay, Dan Dowling is a guest speaker on Entrepreneur and entrepreneur.com, and he's given 15 tips to know that you are dealing with social media depression and you are needing a social media cleanse. Okay, one of the tips that he gives is you're uninspired. If you're uninspired, you need a social media cleanse. And he elaborates by saying, inspired people do inspiring things. Of the 99 billion options, social media is not one. Make room for inspiration in your life by trimming the Facebook fat. Okay, your to-do list never gets done. One step at a time is the best advice for accomplishing anything. By our modern world begs for cave. I don't know what that means. One interrupted step at a time. Social media competes from your focus and swaps your ability to power through work. Okay? It's very important for me to cover. Nowadays, especially with millennials, I'm considered a millennial, right? We are so attached to our devices and we are so attached to social media that it has consumed us, and that's all we know. Okay, we can't keep our distraction on life. We can't really, it's hard for us to focus on life because we're so focused on this. Okay, we're so focused on this, the phone, right? I guarantee you, you talking to a millennial or someone like that, if you're in a if you're sitting down in a lobby or somewhere, right? Or if you're on an elevator, anywhere where it's kind of quiet and there's nothing to grab someone's attention, I bet you 9 times out of 10 they on this thing. Whether they on the phone, they're texting, or they're browsing through Facebook, their newsfeed, or Instagram, right? I see this all the time. That stuff can add on to your depression. So just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to scare you, or I'm not trying to offend you or disrespect you in any way. I just want to keep you in mind. The best way to develop happiness within yourself and to become more productive is be 100% self-aware. Try to be as self-aware as much as possible. If you know that you're having this issue, it's important that you identify that it's an issue and you go about it accordingly, okay? Another thing that he says is that if you start if you started to think in your Facebook post, you know you probably need a social media cleanse. You need a break from social media. You know it's bad when a pity quote pops in your head in the form of what's sure to be a well-received Facebook post. I've been there too. It's why I'm writing this article. Okay, so if you started to think of Facebook posts and it doesn't get the same type of feedback that you're looking for regarding your thoughts on your personal views, it has nothing to do with business, it's just your personal views. When it doesn't get the amount of traction that you would like it to get, you become depressed. That is when you need a social media cleanse. Now I'm not sure that's what he's indicating here, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, a lot of times, including myself, we make a post. I don't do this anymore because I don't use Facebook for personal reasons anymore. But when I did, I had what I consider a pity post where I was thinking, and it was long, it was drawn out. It was about the problems that I was having, and I didn't get the type of engagement that I wanted. So I became more depressed. So we rely on this website to actually trigger happiness within us. Okay. One of the things that's very important, okay, is if you think you need social media to be okay, you need a social media cleanse. Take a break from social media immediately if you're having this issue. If you believe social media is okay, you don't. If you believe you need it, you don't. You experienced happiness before you lost yourself in social media. You'll be happier without it interrupting your life every 5 minutes. And I want to say this before I end this video, okay? In conclusion, if you are not being productive because you're being distracted from social media to the point where it's causing you to lose track of time and become behind on your business or your priorities, you need to leave it alone immediately. It can be very addicting, but you have to be able to once again become self-aware and become disciplined, because at the end of the day you have to attach your why to something. You have to figure out what it is that you exactly want to do in life, and you need to attach your why. Find your why. It's very important that you find your why, something that is deeper than something at surface, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like something that's deeper. Like, why do you want to do what you want to do? In details, in depth. Is it because you want to make your child happy? Is it because you want to be able to provide? Is it because you want to be able to um, maintain better health? Why do you want what you want? Okay, attach it to a reason and use that as motivation to decrease your addiction with social media. Okay, you shouldn't have to be motivated to be motivated. Okay, you need to motivate yourself naturally. Okay, that's hard for a lot of people, but I am going to continue to help you guys as much as I possibly can regarding this, because I know this is important. I'm a little bit more serious in this video because I know people need it, and including myself. So as this, I got a lot of things going on as far as my following is building up right now. I got a lot of classes. I got a lot of press I'm getting ready to do. So I've already given myself a date where I'm going to take a break from social media myself and just pre-do my content. That way I'm consistent with my content and you guys won't be missing out if you like this video, or if you like my videos, or if you like my work that I do. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Make sure that you guys are looking in the description below to see relevant videos that I talk about regarding this topic and influencer marketing. Okay, talk to you guys soon.